Hey YouTube family, how are y'all doing? Welcome back into Tommy Bites TV. So we're going to get into this disease that's going around right now. It's actually spreading kind of rapidly. It's decreasing in some areas, but it is still very much out there and it's concerning to a lot of people. And it's more prominent in 2 different states, but in certain cities within those states. So let's get into that. Before we do, hit that like button, share the video out, and leave your comments down below. So according to health officials, they are having to sound this alarm over an outbreak of the world's most contagious disease in a California city. Locals are leaving. Locals are living in fear after a contagious child potentially exposed the dangerous virus to the entire class. Okay, so I'm going to start over. Hey, welcome back to Tommy Bites TV. Good to see y'all here today. So we are going to get into this contagious disease that's spreading in 2 states, but in certain cities within those states. So we're going to get into that. Before we do, I need you to hit that like button. This helps push the video out to more people, keeping more people informed, especially with stuff like this right here that's going on. So let's dig right in. It says that health officials have sounded the alarm over an outbreak of the world's most contagious disease in a California city. Locals are living in fear after a contagious child potentially exposed the dangerous virus to their entire class. Wow. Did the parent not see that they had any of these symptoms or, the actual outbreak on their skin? Did they not see that? Was it in the early stages? There's just so many questions I have right now. It's just crazy. I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller. There we go. Okay, so state officials have warned the virus can have devastating consequences, especially in children. As many as 130 children in the Sacramento, California area educational enrichment program have been exposed to measles. According to officials, the program has voluntarily agreed to temporarily close its facility after the exposure incident. The latest scare comes as the outbreak spreads across Sacramento region. At least 6 confirmed cases have been reported across Sacramento and neighboring Placer counties as well. Sacramento has confirmed 2 cases in unvaccinated children. Placer County has confirmed 4 cases tied to the same regional outbreak. One of the infected children was also treated at Kaiser Permanente, I'm going to get it right, Permanente Roswell Medical Center on March 2nd. County officials said the child was at the hospital between 6:55 a.m. and 7:14 a.m. while contagious. Kaiser has been working to identify patients and staff who may have been exposed during that window. State officials have warned the virus can have devastating consequences, especially for children. Measles, one of the most contagious infections, can lead to severe lifelong consequences, including permanent brain damage, and can also be fatal, especially for children. And that's according to Dr. Erica Pan, California's public health officer. She also urged families to get vaccinated, saying the MMR shot is safe and offers long-lasting protection. Sacramento County says measles spread through the air and on surfaces, and people can catch it just by being in the same room as someone infectious. Early symptoms can include fever, cough, runny nose, red eyes, followed by a rash that spreads from the face down the entire body. I will show you pictures of that as well. Officials say the best protection remains the measles mumps, and rubella. That's the MMR vaccine. Sacramento County says 2 doses are 97% effective at preventing measles, while 1 dose is 93% effective. Anyone who develops symptoms is being told to stay home, avoid contact with others, and call a healthcare provider before showing up at a clinic or hospital. Again, measles is highly contagious viral disease that spreads through coughing, sneezing, or close contact with an infected person. The virus can linger in the air for up to 2 hours. Let that sink in. The virus can linger in the air for up to 2 hours. Doesn't that sound familiar? 2020? Symptoms again: high fever, dry cough, runny nose, red watery eyes, rash usually starts on the face and spreads downward. Symptoms usually appear 7 to 14 days after exposure. The rash typically shows up 3 to 5 days after early symptoms begin. Complications from it can include pneumonia, brain swelling, which is encephalitis, miscarriage, premature birth, and even death, especially in young children and pregnant women. How it spreads: measles is one of the most contagious viruses on the earth, they say. Up to 90% of unvaccinated people exposed to it will get sick. If one person has it, up to 9 out of 10 people nearby will become infected if they are not protected. Now, a lot of people will say that this is to incite fear for people to go and get their kids vaccinated. I say it's your decision. It's your child. You live your life how you want to live your life. If you want to get your child vaccinated, don't worry about what nobody else say. If you don't, then you deal with the consequences of whatever goes with that. The MMR, which is the measles, mumps, rubella vaccine, is 97% effective. Again, I'm just repeating that for those in the back who might not have heard me say that. So let's go over to see what this actually looks like.
And not just on HBO's The Pit. Measles is making a comeback. And not just on HBO's The Pit. Last year, the US had over 2,000 confirmed measles cases, the highest since 1991. This year, we're already on track to beat that, with 588 confirmed cases in January alone. But most parents have never seen a case of the measles. So here's how to spot the symptoms and best protect your family from infection. Measles is a super contagious respiratory virus. It can remain in the air for up to 2 hours after an infected person has left the room. That means you can get infected from someone you've never even met. It can take 1 to 2 weeks for symptoms to pop up. And it starts with a cough, runny nose, red watery eyes, and a fever. It takes a few days for the rash of flat red spots to appear on the face and neck. The rash then travels across the body. Anyone who is exposed and is not vaccinated or immune will likely have to quarantine at home for around 21 days. Measles is no joke. Around 1 in 5 unvaccinated people who are infected require hospitalization. 1 in 20 infected kids gets pneumonia. 1 in 1,000 gets swelling of the brain. And tragically, up to 3 in 1,000 kids die of complications from measles. There is no cure for measles. Doctors can provide supportive care and address symptoms, but that's it. But there's some good news. The vaccine against measles, MMR, is extraordinarily effective. 97% of people are protected after 2 doses, and protection is usually lifelong. Last year, 93% of all measles cases were among people who were unvaccinated or whose vaccination status was unknown. Even after recent changes, the CDC still recommends 2 doses of MMR to all kids. So the best way to protect your family is to check your own vaccination status and vaccinate your kids. But if you got 2 doses at some point, there's no need to get another as an adult, even if there's an outbreak in your area. Do you have a question about public health that you want PolitiFact to tackle? Leave a comment below. Measles.
So just wanted to bring y'all up to date on this contagious disease that is out here. It is spreading. And right now, it's not just California. South Carolina is also dealing with outbreak, I think mainly in Spartanburg, South Carolina. I think I have it pulled up here. And then also flu is on it's spreading, y'all. Like my daughter's whole house almost has it. I would say almost have it. Only a few of them in the house don't have it. Baby Zachary has it. Marshall probably have it. My daughter has it. And what a miserable time. What a miserable time to be sick yourself and having to care for your children. But she is a great mother and she's doing a great job at it. So let's see, South Carolina measles. They say here the State Department of Public Health announced the new cases March 3rd, the fewest since there were 3 new confirmed infections back in December. And this is measles that I'm talking about right here, because 5 more people in South Carolina, most likely unvaccinated children, were infected with measles as the nation's largest outbreak continues, with now 990 confirmed cases, but it was the smallest increase in more than 2 months. So that's good to hear, but the state total is still at 1,000 people who have measles right now in the state of South Carolina. Nearly all of the new infections, they say, appear to be in children under the age of 12, and all but one appear to be unvaccinated. Of the 968 confirmed cases with a known vaccination status, 923 or 95.3% were unvaccinated. So that's a high amount of unvaccinated. All of the new cases appear to be in the outbreak's epicenter of Spartanburg County, which has seen 933 infections since the outbreak began on October 2nd. So basically, this whole outbreak is kind of centered around Spartanburg, but you got to think people travel, people branch out. So, you know, I guess they're watching it. And again, your quarantine day is 21 days if you end up with the measles. And so let's see here. Okay, I just did that. All right, so the flu, what I was talking about, the flu is spreading, and this is almost in every state. And this flu is so aggressive, you guys. It's not like a regular flu. It's almost like it's what I talked about last year with the super flu, kind of like COVID and flu mixed together. And that's how it is for a lot of people. So pay attention to the signs and the symptoms, especially in your little children. You know, don't let them sit with a fever for days and weeks before you take them to the doctor, get them checked out, because while they're having that fever, they're also becoming dehydrated with it. Anything could happen. People die from the flu all the time. So we have to really watch over the little ones and the elderly, especially.
Stay with me till the end. This one affects families everywhere, and it may be connected to the mystery illness we have been tracking. Follow now so you don't lose this later. Hospitals and schools across the US are quietly tightening restrictions, and it's because of a flu strain that's spreading way faster than expected. It's being called the H3N2 subclade K superflu, and cases are rising in over 3 dozen states. Some hospitals are already stepping into emergency-style protocols. At the Detroit Medical Center, the flu positivity rate jumped from 2% to 20% almost overnight.
Did you know that you can get the flu multiple times in any one season? Let's break it down together and help reduce your risk. So I don't have to tell you, superflu, which is a strain of influenza A, H3N2 subclavian K, is wreaking havoc in this country. I've said it before, I'll say it again, but it's not the only strain of flu out there. The last week or so, I'm now seeing patients also test positive for influenza B. So they either had A before and now they have B, or they haven't had A yet and they have B. Yes, you can test for both at the
This is not going to be good. An aggressive new flu variant is sweeping the globe as doctors warn of severe symptoms. People, this is so bad. This new flu variant is increasing outbreak concerns for schools. So influenza A H3N2, or the subclade K variant, has been detected as the culprit in rising global cases, including the US. Doctors are saying it's becoming evident that this is a pretty severe variant of the flu. He said, certainly in other parts of the world where this variant has been prevalent, it's caused some severe illnesses, and we're seeing an aggressive flu season already. Now, the variant seems to differ from prior strains of the flu, with heightened versions of typical symptoms like fever, chills, headache, fatigue, cough, sore throat, and runny nose. I hear it's like being hit by a train. Subclade K is the perfect storm for an aggressive flu season. Now, the problem is the flu shot does not protect you against this new variant. Now, there's a lot of concern that this could be a particularly difficult flu season, both in terms of the total number of cases and the severity of the cases. Doctors recommend washing hands frequently and properly. While the flu can spread via airborne transmission, a variety of other illnesses like norovirus can stick to surfaces for up to 2 weeks. Doctors say if you're not feeling well, stay home. That's a great way to recover faster. There's medications your doctor. This is not going to be good. An aggressive new flu variant is sweeping the globe.
Okay, so some of the things I do every day and almost every day. Let me show you. Okay, so this right here, hold on, let me make him a lot smaller. This right here, this is a Nasamine. This is nasal iodine spray, mineral nasal clean, naturally cleanses your nose. So I do this like 2 times a day, 3 if I need to. And it's just 1 on each side of the nostril. This is going to help cleanse your area and help prevent you from getting sick. Now, doesn't mean you won't get sick, but it helps prevent better than not having anything. If you know you go into the hospitals before you have surgery, they do cleanse your nose with iodine. So this is what this is kind of representing. Also, and I found this on TikTok, and then I found this on TikTok. This right here is a portable nebulizer. Right now, all I have in here is water. So you can put your medication in here for the nebulizer, like the albuterol. You can put that in there. What I do is I just use water. You know, unless I'm sick, then I'll use some of my daughter's nebulizer stuff. But it's just water in here. And I just pulled the cap off right here. I hope it's charged. I'm not sure. And you just, let me get it in the camera, hit the button. You can put it on a timer. Oh, the timer is 10. You can change it, put it in pulse mode. Timer here. This is pulse mode. It comes with a mask. You can use the mask, or you can use a little tube thing that can connect to there, or you can just do it like this. This blows better than a regular nebulizer. I bought one for my daughter, but I didn't realize she had seen the same thing, and she bought one for herself. So I kept this one for myself. So at night, I cleanse myself before I go to bed. It feels good on your skin as well. So just something to think about. They don't cost that much, and I will try to leave it linked below. I have a video that I want to show you with it and to explain this maybe a little better than I explained it, because it works. I feel like it works. And I went to my daughter's house who has the flu, and I'm praying, God, I don't get it. But I know that I had been using this for a few days before I went there. So here's the Nasamine right here.
Here's how to get this on a triple discount. tap the orange shopping cart.
It's a big I'm sorry because we sold it out. Every bit of the Nasomin, we've got a solution. Take your X-Clear, your xylitol containing nasal spray, twist the top off. This is the teeny.
You can now get a double discount on the nasal.
I can't get
Everybody's
sick.
using these things. That's
I don't have the time. Zinc and vitamin C help your immune system work better, but they don't actually stop you from getting sick. Iodine, in its free acid form, destroys RNA and DNA, and the fulvic acid creates a barrier. So you get a big, beautiful wall, destroy the virus's DNA and RNA, reducing the chances of getting sick. So then I can travel and I come back to work. I don't have any.
This is going to be the last day.
Pharmacist at Walmart.
Yeah, this is my cold and flu prevention. Did you know that the nose is the gateway to 90% of the germs that enter your body? As soon as I found that out, I made sure to order this Nasum nasal iodine spray because I needed my nasal passages to be flushed out. I'm just coming in from a huge gathering and, you know,
This is the
Here's how to get this on a triple discount. Tap the orange shopping cart below.
what I just showed you. It comes with all that stuff you see right there. And you can just carry this with you, especially when you're traveling. You want to carry that big bulky nebulizer that you have. So thought I'd share that with you guys. So y'all definitely stay safe out there, and I will see you guys in the next video. Remember that I do love you, but God truly loves you more. He created only one you. Be the very best you that you could be. And when you are, go out and spread God's love. And again, check the link, or check the product link rather, and it should be in there for you.